Hi, my name is Jason Eidlitz, and I'm here to talk to you about how to get someone to step up in a leadership role. 8 years ago, I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever be doing an FJMC TED Talk. Never mind being a regional president, I'm Jason Eidlitz, now past president of Hudson Valley region of the FJMC. I'm going to talk about getting a member to step up to a leadership role in the organization. There are a few things I look forward for when trying to determine if someone is right. Might be good to might be a good candidate to invite to play a larger role in the organization. First thing I like to look for is to observe people and how people react. Second thing I like to is make them feel comfortable. The third thing I like to give them a task that they can be successful, and that will give them comfort and confidence. And the third and last thing is important, and most important, is to make it fun. I'm going to start with a story about me. That's how I learned how to get people to step up to a leadership role. It all started 8 years ago when I went to my first FJMC convention in Danvers, Maine, Massachusetts. I went there to learn and to observe. And from there, I got very excited, and I ended up going to my club president, and said, you know, I would like to be a co-president with him. He said, very good. And that's how I started going on there. He gave me tasks to get very comfortable. And then he asked me to join the region. You know, to go to regional meetings. As a president, I can go to regional meetings. And from there, I got noticed by the president at that time, and he came and asked me to do an event. And it was a small event. It was taking charge and looking for the, taking money and taking the guest list for our annual Oneg Shabbat at West Point for the Jewish cadets. It was very successful, and it made me feel very comfortable, and I found it very easy to perform. Then came a new president, and he asked me to become he asked me to come on the board, and I asked him in what capacity. Now he told me to come in as a second vice president on the board. Now, a lot of people might think it's just being a job, but it's a cosmetic job thing that you go up the ladder in the leadership ladder. So after that, he gave me a few tasks, and my biggest task was to be convention chair to get more people to come to convention, other people besides myself. And I did that very well, and also to be the executive vice president. And then the next one came and asked me to be the executive vice president of their, knowing that it was going to be president. I started looking at people. Now, also, they sent me to a thing called LDI, Leadership Development Institute, where I was in a room with a bunch of men that were mentors that you can go and you can learn a lot. It was FJMC's big event of how to teach men how to do. And also being the second executive vice president, the biggest thing for me was to chair the Man of the Year event. Now the Man of the Year event is very big, and it was very successful, and while I was doing that, other presidents came around the table. I started watching them, because I knew, being the executive vice president, I had to build my own board. And so I always looked for that, and another thing I always looked for was people that had heart. Because if people don't have heart, what heart needs a love or a desire. If they don't have heart, no matter what you teach them or what tools you give them, they'll never go up the ladder to be anything. So when it came time, I built my board, and they had a lot of heart. So that's how I learned how to move people up to the leadership role. So again, you got to make it fun. Have one or two people, three people working together, putting pictures together to tell a story, and always work together. And they must also observe they have heart. I'm hoping for the international organization to use and teach me more now that I am regional presidency is over. I want to mention the final secret to help you with your own personal growth as a leader. Find a mentor to guide you along your way in your journey. Sometimes someone who has been a leader, preferably with men's club, to help you along the way. Whether it is to bounce ideas off the person or, heading you in the right track, asking how to handle a person that you might have a personality conflict with, or even if you just have a personal problem with other things. I had a couple in my life. And I took that advice myself, and I want to thank my biggest mentor, J. Harold Neeson, for helping me do all I've done in the men's club and the FJMC. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me by calling or reaching out to any FJMC officer. They'll always know how to get hold of me. Thank you, and have a good day.
He made my toe,